About 100 kilometers away from Japan in the Pacific Ocean, there is an area of 5 to 10 lakh square km where even foreign ships and airplanes hesitate to pass. This area is called the Devil's Sea, Devil's Triangle, or Dragon's Triangle. One special thing about this triangle is that it is exactly opposite the Bermuda Triangle, and both triangles are positioned in such a way that Earth's 25th parallel line cuts through both from the same point. There are many famous incidents about this area where many ships and airplanes disappeared forever, and no trace was found. Because of this, in 1950, the Japanese government declared this entire area as an intensely dangerous zone for shipping. However, in Japanese culture, there are also thousands of years-old stories about this area, which say that a dragon-like creature lives beneath the sea, and that's why it became famous as the Dragon's Triangle. In the 20th century, this area came into the limelight when, in August 1945, a Japanese Air Force plane was passing through the Philippine Sea, south of Tokyo, when suddenly it sent a strange message to the control tower. The sky is acting strange. The sky is opening up. What is happening to the sky? These were the pilot's last words. After this, the control tower lost contact, and the plane was never found again. Even after this, many such incidents kept happening in this area. In 1952, the Japanese government sent a military ship named Ko Maru No. 5 to investigate, but this ship also disappeared and was never found. There were 31 researchers on board, and no clues were found. The Japanese government claimed that the ship was likely destroyed due to an underwater volcanic eruption, but no wreckage was found. At that time, Japan's biggest newspaper, Yomiuri Shimbun, printed a map of this area and reported that between 1945 and 1950, more than 9 ships had already disappeared here. On January 4, 1955, a Japanese ship, Shinyo Maru No. 10, was passing near the Japanese island Mikurajima when it lost contact with the control tower. 12 days later, the ship was found, but the people on board had no idea they had been missing from radar for so long. Some articles also reported that some people on the ship gave strange statements that could never be verified. But this area started becoming part of popular culture. In 1970, the New York Times gave it the name the Devil's Sea. Later, many movies were made about it like Godzilla and the Rug, etc. Then, in 1989, an American paranormal writer, Charles Berlitz, wrote a book on the Devil's Sea and named it The Dragon's Triangle. This book mentioned many ships that disappeared after entering the Dragon's Triangle. After this, like the Bermuda Triangle, the Dragon's Triangle also became part of Western pop culture. But now enters another American writer, Larry Kusch. Larry published a book, Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved, and in it, he dismissed all the myths famous about the Bermuda Triangle. Larry stated that the Bermuda Triangle is nothing special and is just an ordinary place, where no more ships disappear than in any other ocean. In the same book, he also mentioned the Devil's Sea or Dragon's Triangle and challenged many of Charles Berlitz's claims. Larry wrote letters to Japanese government officials to find out whether the Japanese government had officially designated any such restricted zone where ships were not allowed to pass. He also wanted to know the truth about the ships mentioned in Charles Berlitz's book. When the Japanese government responded, their answer was completely opposite to Charles Berlitz's claims. The Japanese government flatly denied the existence of any Devil's Sea, Dragon's Triangle, or any restrictions. Larry asked, "Then why did you declare this area as dangerous and warn ships not to pass through?" In response, the Japanese government shared that the danger zone was only a 10-mile area near Japanese islands, and the reason for the danger was underwater volcanoes and sharp rocks that could sink ships. Regarding the 9 missing ships, the Japanese government clarified that they were not large vessels but small boats, and on the dates they disappeared, there were massive storms, contrary to Berlitz's claim that the sea was calm. There was a huge difference between Charles Berlitz's claims and the Japanese government's response, making it seem like the Dragon's Triangle was more fiction than fact, just like the Bermuda Triangle. But here's the hidden mystery. Yet, within this Dragon's Triangle lies a secret even science cannot deny. a sunken ancient city located 550 kilometers from Japan near Yonaguni Island, called one of the greatest discoveries in underwater archaeology. In 1987, some divers swimming there spotted a strange structure 60 feet underwater. The structure did not look natural at all. The way the rocks were carved and stacked precisely suggested human craftsmanship. It resembled a pyramid. When archaeologists researched it, they found it was 5,000 to 6,000 years old, a time when humans supposedly lacked the technology to cut such massive stones. The biggest question: how did this structure end up so deep underwater? No one had answers, and this structure was inside the Dragon's Triangle, the same place surrounded by so many legends. So while we can accept Larry's logical explanations for ship disappearances, this ancient structure remains unexplained. Also, in 1945, why did the pilot say, "The sky is opening up"? Scientists still have no solid answer. Fact or fiction? Maybe all this is just fake stories, and the truth is as simple as Larry wrote. Or maybe there's something here that the Japanese government wants to cover up. However, no official government or scientific organization recognizes the Devil's Sea as a danger zone. Even when we asked AI, it said this is just a myth, and the accidents here are mostly due to extreme weather and electromagnetic disturbances. In reality, this area is one of Earth's 12 vile vortexes, paranormal regions where electromagnetic fields cause anomalies. The Bermuda Triangle is also one of these 12 vortices. In September 2024, a book was published titled Vile Vortexes: Unraveling the Planet's Dangerous Energy Zones. This book discusses these 12 locations in detail, where electromagnetic fields cause unexplained phenomena. Would you like us to make a summary video on this book? Let us know in the comments. This video is a bit different from our usual geopolitical topics, but in the coming months, we'll definitely make more videos debunking established myths and revealing hidden facts about our world. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.